Hi, lovelies. Welcome to another exciting episode of Talk Unfiltered. My name is Kelvia Lanmo, and I'm joined with my beautiful co-host,
Joy Ama Nyakum.
Remember, you can find this podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Joy Prime YouTube. Now, today's topic is softness a weakness? But I'm joined with my beautiful guest here.
Blessing Terry.
Now, guys, what do you think about today's topic? Is softness a weakness? If you're soft, if you're a soft person, doesn't mean you're weak. You can't do anything.
In some instances,
Yes.
I'm not against the whole being soft. Me now, I'm not a soft person. I've tried.
We all know.
Yes, I have tried to be a soft person, but unfortunately, it is not working, guys.
But actually, people mistake softness with weakness.
Yes.
So I consider softness weakness when you don't add boundaries to it, right? Being soft doesn't mean that somebody is weak or you don't know what you're about. But in this world that we are in, if you are too soft, how do I say somebody is soft? Like when you are kind, you have empathy, you have compassion towards people. But sometimes if you have all these characters or qualities in you that you are trying to portray or show to someone, and you don't add boundary to it, or you don't add boundaries to it, it becomes a weakness. So sometimes I advise that in as much as someone is trying to be soft to some people or wherever they find themselves, they should make sure that they add boundaries to it so that it wouldn't be like somebody is weak or you don't know what you are about.
Okay, so the whole boundaries thing, right? Some people feel like if you have boundaries, then you are no longer soft. Some people think, oh, if you stand firm, like you are standing on your 2 feet, right? You're not
You're
weak in the
hard,
knees.
like
That means you're a hard girl. But
hard person.
that's not really the case. I feel like that's where I fall. You, when I said I've tried to be so, you said, we all know. Then I feel like that's what, it's not like I'm.
Joy, you are not a soft person.
See, I just have boundaries. Do you understand? That I
So,
stand on.
If you meet people that are aligned with your boundaries, then they see your soft side.
Yes.
That's what you mean.
Okay, even in my mind, right, I think I'm soft. But they said no.
You are not a soft person.
I've tried, Charlie.
So-
Anyway.
So, me, I always advise that before someone can be soft, you have to know yourself first. Self-esteem, self-value, and self-worth. You have to know who you are. You put yourself first before you bring softness to it. So there was an instance I encountered at Accra Mall. I was going somewhere. My mom sent me to go somewhere, and then I was going. Meanwhile, I didn't really know the place. So my brother was giving me direction to the place.
Yeah.
So instead of me to be focused and like try to follow the instructions they gave me, on my way going, I met someone on the way. And the guy was like, he's coming from Aflawo. And on their way, he was coming from Aflawo with the sister. And on their way to Ghana, the snake bit the sister, and then they are supposed to take the sister to the hospital. But then the money he's having is safer.
It's not.
So he's going. He's going. They've showed him somewhere. So I was also coming from Medina Station. And then he was like, they showed him somewhere at Medina Station where there is a forex that he can change the safer to CDs. So instead of me concentrating on my thing that they've sent me to go and do, I tried to be a softie. I started to be kind to this man and help him. So I was like, okay, I don't know who you are talking about. I don't know whatever, but I'm coming from Medina Station. So you can just go here. That's Medina. So when you get there, you ask, they will show you where. So when I immediately, not only that, it was like a plant in between he and another guy. You see that kind of thing that happened in Accra here. So I met someone, I was like, oh, this man is going to Medina Station. Can you just follow him and help him out with whatever that he wants? Then immediately I was like, please, this world is a cruel world. I'm scared, and it's plenty money I'm holding. Can you join us so we go
That's
together
sketchy.
and change the money?
Go
Join
together.
us,
You don't
what?
need to go together to change. That's
As
sketchy.
what?
I don't know, like, and help him so that the man will not be like, maybe if the man tried to fraud him or something because he doesn't know the man and he's
But
a
he knows
stranger.
you.
But he knows
He
you.
doesn't know me.
You just
So
met her.
it's the same.
So
Yes.
he's a stranger. But me trying to act like I'm kind or a softie. So he feels like I am a good person in quotes. So I should join them and then they go.
Charlie.
It's not me because
That's
this is
sketchy,
from what
sketchy.
I'm doing. I left.
You're already supposed to be doing something. You've left what you're doing
So
because
that's what self love coming. Like you choose yourself first when it comes to softness. Choose
And even
yourself.
your
You have
boundaries.
to become self aware. At that point, I lost myself. I was like, oh, let me help
you
this guy.
forgot
He need it.
your priorities.
Yes, because
forgot
he
her
need it. Because
priorities.
like his sister is in need and it's at the point of dying. So let me just leave what I'm supposed to do and then help him. I followed them and on the way. They fraud me. They took my phone. They took my mobile money pin. They took my everything, and I was left there stranded. This is
Like the way my
softness I'm
mother would
talking
not be
about.
angry.
I was trying to show empathy. I was trying to show compassion.
No
I
way.
lost myself. I didn't have boundaries. If I just showed you, oh, just go to Medina and you say, follow me. I'm like, oh no, I don't know. They just go
Ain't
with
no
the
way.
man. I don't think he would have gotten that far. So like, I always advise that
You can't be too soft.
yes.
You have to limit.
Yeah, you have to
The way-
limit how like your
But
interactions.
let
this
me
one
ask
with
you
people.
guys this question. Now, there could be a case where you could be a very soft person, and people associate you being a soft person with you being DB.
Wait,
Now,
what do you? I don't understand.
See,
How?
someone could say you are soft, you are like the way you carry yourself.
Yeah,
Like
I get what you're
there's
saying.
this thing. So
Because if
it means
you've
you are a
been-
DB.
if you've been
like,
introduced to hustle culture, if like your life was hard,
Y-
I don't think
eh.
it would take away whatever softness you have. I feel like that's what I
but
feel.
what if that's just how you are as a person? But it doesn't necessarily mean you are like DB. You are from. That's just how.
Wait,
you're
first
inner,
off,
like
let's classify this whole thing. So the softness you guys are talking about
Yeah.
is being kind, being empathetic. Is that what you're talking
And
about?
resilient. So that's one thing I wanted to correct, because sometimes when people hear that somebody is soft, they feel like, oh, you dear,
yes,
with
it's
just
like
kind of
people
thing. But they misinterpret
That's the
softness,
word,
or
yes.
they intertwine the meaning
Yes.
of softness with the other side of softness in the modern day world. When they hear that, oh, this girl is a softie, like she's a DB, everything she wants is soft. But
Yes,
it's not like
but that's
that.
not basically it.
Yeah, so
That's
tell
why we
us,
classify.
what is it?
That's how we classify.
That's just
this.
how the person could be.
Yeah.
Like it's my personality. It could be a personality. I'm a soft person. I don't find things like life. I don't take things seriously. I don't take things like when people are like, people to classify people that are kind of hard, like taking things very like serious. They are like whenever something happens, it's like they are so frustrated. Like they don't take. I don't know how to explain it. They make
Being
things
so serious about stuff.
Yes, and then
That-
that
I
could
don't-
no people can classify that as somebody being hard and this thing, but then someone being soft is kind of like chill, but like laid back about how life is going. Like, yeah,
Really?
yes, there's some people that think that
No.
That being soft is about
it's like
Yes.
it's how you find life, like
how you see life.
yeah, how you see life. Like things could be hard. Someone is going through something, but then it's like, oh, it's part of life.
I
We
feel like
move.
that's more nonchalant. Like
Yes, it's nonchalant, but
you
then
know
some
things
people
happen.
interpret that as you being soft,
No,
like you
I
are not
don't.
like.
But I also feel like sometimes people just like to choose the hard way. Me, I see life to be
Yes.
very simple.
Yeah.
It depends on how you choose it.
But
So
if case here is that doesn't mean that's you being soft. Do you get it? There are people that are like they have boundaries, they are shay and everything, but they know that it's not that serious. It's never that serious. Do you get what it is I'm trying to
That's
say?
true too.
There are some people that are soft that everything worries them. Everything is like a bother to them. They are so soft to the point where probably someone smiles at them every day, someone and today the person
The person
doesn't
doesn't
smile,
smile.
it will be a
If-
bother to
yes.
them. By hard girl, hard boy, everybody should go and sit down. Today is just one of those days. We don't
No,
care.
That is joy.
Please
How about Yaku,
stop
the
spoiling my
first?
image
Oh,
over here.
everybody know that is joy.
So-
How about
No,
Yaku the first?
please.
So I don't think
It's not true.
I don't
It is.
think that would be like joy is being hard or something. That is where she sets boundaries, right?
So if you just have boundaries,
You don't have to let, like-
the way you're saying, well, as if that's not the case.
yes,
madam.
if you don't do that, people will always stress you. You
Yes.
always. That's why I spoke about
So
being
this whole
self-aware.
softness thing, sometimes it is a weakness. Vulnerability and it's sometimes a
Do
weakness.
you think being hard to can be a weakness in
yes,
some cases?
sometimes.
You have to.
Sometimes.
I think
be.
both
I
have-
always,
yeah.
I always advise that softness is something that is required from everyone, wherever you find yourself, even if it's at work, in the school, everywhere. You have to be soft, but at the same time, you have to be hard. You have to know how to balance the two. Else, at the end of the day, you will find yourself like denying yourself of certain things and then trying to make people happy. For instance, I had an encounter where I was trying to, I don't know how to put it, but I was respecting this woman. Like, I gave her the maximum respect that she deserved. But at a point, one day, I went to ask her of something, just a simple thing. It wasn't even her. I was asking someone else that I wanted something that he should help me with it. All of a sudden, this woman was like, Onye. I'm like, how? Why would you insult me like that? Is it because I respect you? Is it because... So at that point, I wasn't quiet. And I also wasn't harsh at the same time. But I just found a nice way of telling her that it wasn't really necessary for her to say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't really necessary.
It wasn't necessary.
So,
It wasn't at
so
all.
like if you don't become self-aware and let people know that yes, I'm a softie, I'm kind.
But then
I-
there are
but then
boundaries.
There are boundaries.
boundaries.
I'm also a human being. I deserve respect. It's like hand go, hand come kind of thing. So if I'm trying to be soft to you, you have to also be aware and like be aware about people not using your face as a doormat. Because at the end of the day, you will end up saying that, oh, I'm a softie. I don't want someone to say
I
that.
don't want issues.
I don't want
and
issues.
things.
I don't want somebody to say that I don't
Kelby, are you
respect
hearing?
that kind of thing.
no.
And
Why you
at the
coming
end of
from
the
me?
day, they'll use you.
Why you
No,
coming
we
from
use
me?
you.
Pause.
They will use you.
Let me tell them where they can find the
They will-
podcast.
they will
Please
use-
pause. I don't know why Joy is coming for me.
When you
Anyways,
finish.
remember you can find this podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Joy Prime YouTube. Now,
Let me- please.
wait.
Let me tell you why
Joy.
I'm saying hope you are listening.
Talk.
Should I continue?
Speak.
Thank you. You know why? Should we say it here or we should?
Say.
You
Say what
see?
you want to say.
In her situation, right? In the situation, like you just said, she laid boundaries with someone that was older. Kelvia will lay boundaries with everybody but someone that is older.
That's one thing I was...
Kelvia, they will use you.
They'll use you. And,
Yo.
and not just that.
I don't understand why
No,
Joy is coming for me here.
everybody that we work with knows what we are talking about. We don't have to say it over here.
I think Kelvia is scared of them saying that, oh, you are being disrespectful.
Yes.
Or maybe you are a hard girl. You want to show
No.
that you are there.
Yeah. There's always a
It's-
nice way to say certain
yes.
things.
It's-
Do you
and
get
I
it?
it's
just
conception.
don't.
But
I
Sylvia,
don't like conflict and talking.
Oh,
Yes,
yo.
I rather sit
You
back.
are doing yourself.
There's
You
no
are
harm
doing
in somebody. Like I
No.
like sitting down and enjoying other people's conflicts.
No. Not other people's conflicts. Sometimes I think I'm concerned, Kelvia.
And then
someone will go and fight for Kelvia. When you ask Kelvia, Kelvia say
fight
it's
for
not
me.
anything.
I think you need to come out from this. So,
Kelvia say it's not anything.
Please. I don't know why you people are changing this into a therapy
God.
session. I don't
Kelvia,
need-
you attacked me first.
Eh, eh.
When they said hard girl things,
Eh,
you said Joy
I
is
don't
a
know
hard
why
girl.
this is
So
turning
now,
into a therapy session of me
no,
finding
we are
myself
just
and
telling you, they will
letting-
use
and
you.
fighting for myself.
They will use
and
you.
In a case,
At the end of
wait.
the day-
In a case where once over here I fought for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and then I spoke, I opened my mouth to speak, and then I got a reception that
You
wasn't.
didn't really like.
I didn't really
yes,
like.
We all know what happened.
That justified
The issue-
me
see,
keeping my mouth
When
shut.
you want
So
to build,
you
when
shut
you want
your
to build
mouth.
a habit, it takes time. Do you understand? You did it. No one knows you for that. They know that Joy. As for Joy, she's the demon. She's the black sheep. She's the she's the wine. But they don't know you for that. Do you understand? So when it happens like that, if you set boundaries the first time, yes, you will receive something you don't like. But if it's continuous, everybody knows that Kelvia doesn't like this. Let's not do it. Do you understand? We are not saying say it in a harsh way.
If it's like that too, people will like, you have your peace. So another instance, I like giving instance because I like to be practical about everything.
Let's
so
flow.
When I saw a video on the internet, somebody died and then they went and they were eating tilapia and bamboo.
They will come. They will
don't let somebody. No.
Kelvia, they will drink malt.
I don't understand why Joy is
complain to me. Kelvia, everything will happen.
Last time I came to complain to
because
you.
now I leave early. You don't even have the time. I don't go home with you.
So
that's when you are going home. That's when you used to complain.
I've been
now I
my
don't
battles.
go home.
It's different from
I'm
you.
a changed person.
It's different from you, like trying to fight your battles, right? You choose yourself first. Else,
yes.
I always choose myself.
No, Shelvia, please. I don't want to start pulling things out.
Hey.
Yes.
Joy, I don't understand why Joy is doing
you don't understand.
I think I understand Kelvia. That's why I gave an instance. I was just like you. That time I just don't want somebody to tell me that you are disrespectful because that's how Ghana has become. If you are
I think you guys are confusing. I don't care if someone thinks I'm disrespectful. The thing is, I don't have energy for that. Most of the time I don't have
I feel like because you don't have
I don't have the energy.
So because she doesn't have energy to engage in whatever it is,
and I feel like
just let them do whatever they want to do to her.
No,
that's
and then
fine.
I feel like
we understand.
I don't cry over stuff like this.
She will not cry.
Pointless.
She'll come and complain. She will waste energy complaining to me.
Wait. Henceforth, Joy, you're not making me explain myself.
Explain.
I think most of the time, if you end up explaining yourself, the conversation just goes around in circles. And I hate being put in a situation where things keep going in circles and you're not coming in.
You cut off.
So I don't even waste my energy and time on stuff like that.
Relax.
It's not for me. I don't waste.
You did it just once. You can't say that
it
didn't work.
Myself first. So I don't put myself.
She did it just once. You can't say it didn't work. It's like drinking Slimmy tea. You drank Slimmy tea once. They say, it does not work.
I did it once. I encountered that.
Yes.
I can't do it again. I would probably encounter it again.
Yes, but if you do it consistently, if people see
she doesn't want to stress herself,
relax.
Right?
If people see a pattern in your behavior, for example, some of you, like the people I work with, right? There are certain things that I know that you probably don't like. Or if I say something, it will lead to something else. So I'm not going to do it. Do you get it? Initially, when I came, I would say because I thought, it's not an issue. Do you understand? That's the same way that they would also understand. If it happens to us, so mind my English and this one. But if it happens like that, you get, at a point, they will get the message. You get, it's not no one just got up and said it once and everything worked out. Or acted on something once and everything worked out. The softness thing,
honestly, we are just
people will not be considerate of you.
People, I'm not handling you differently.
But I think I understand
me.
So let me.
I don't know how to waste my time.
No, let me explain to you. Kelvia have a point, right? She believe in like cutting certain things off. It's also another point when it comes to softness, right? You don't have to like.
It's not everything your time that you
trying to explain over and over again. I'm also like that. If you're my friend and you do something I don't like, I'll come and tell you. If you do it again, I don't want to say I don't give second chance. I will just cut you off. You won't see me there again.
In a position where she can't cut.
That's what she said. She said she create boundaries.
No,
see her again.
No,
talk about it.
They still do whatever they do.
No, me, I draw a permanent boundary.
They still do whatever they used to do to her. Do you get the point I'm trying to make?
Right now, they aren't because I have created boundaries.
If let's say, she decided to stop talking.
I don't know why this has turned into a Kelvia therapy session.
Viewers, we are sorry why. We have to address this thing. She chose an approach where she doesn't want to talk about anything, right? It did not work. because they are still doing what they want to do
child.
to care of their
Child.
Do
Joy.
you get what
Joy.
I'm trying to say?
Joy.
If let's say if she kept quiet and it worked for her, I will not have any issue. Do you get? I'll not be pushing you to do something else. But it's
about
sorry.
time.
It's
about time you rise and fight
if you
for
did something,
yourself.
But you also have to understand
change your strategy.
the environment you are in.
Yeah, you also
have to understand the environment you are in, what you want to achieve,
Yes, and
where
the
you are planning,
people
where you are
around
going.
Yeah.
Kelvin, no one is saying you should be mean.
Let me land. I'm coming from my house where I've been spoken to about my journey and how I want to get there.
Yeah.
And there are some things sometimes you just don't even need to react to.
We are not saying you should react.
Yes,
have a sensible conversation with people.
Sensible conversation.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And I am saying that sometimes I'm looking at the journey I want, and these people, maybe they are not part of. It's not necessary. They are not going to be part of my journey. They are not the ones I am trying to impress to get to where I'm going. So I don't need them in my life.
So you don't feel the need to address them using you to
if it was someone I see that would benefit to where I want to go, then I know how to act, how to talk.
Yeah, so your point is because they are not going to be part of like the long-term thing.
They're not part of my long-term.
It's fine if they use you.
Where am I
however,
not use me. Where am I going to
me?
See
That's
them
what I'm talking about.
Where am I going to see them in a few more years?
So like,
and if I decide to cut the way I relate to the person, how are they going to use me now? Because I've cut them. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm getting.
But I'm not
this
thing.
Yeah. If
so they can't walk all over me again.
But that's the issue now is that I see that's what is still happening. I'm not saying you should be mean to anybody. When we finish, I'll tell you how it's still happening. But I'm not saying you should be mean to anybody. Like,
just
have a normal conversation with people. No reactions. No, like you are grown, like you are mature. You can sit down and have a conversation with someone without turning into something else. Do you get?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Thing. I know my mouth. You know when you know yourself.
You know yourself.
So you don't think you can have like a normal
thing.
conversation with somebody?
See, I know my mouth, and the way I would end up,
it wouldn't be.
It will end up.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you have to know yourself.
So you cannot have a normal conversation. You can't just talk. Oh, I don't like this. Let's stop it. You can't do that.
I can't do that
because my mouth
would.
It's hot right now.
My mouth is not good.
I think.
Wow. Okay,
so
that's fine.
And advice from home. If you know people at home know you best. So sometimes you have to listen.
You just don't have to stress on these things.
Don't let them stress you. I wanted to touch on something, but Joy made tell a thing into a Kelvia.
I'm not okay, but we want to move on sake. Let's just move on.
Another thing that I really want us to talk about is the fact that most youth, especially we the girls coming up, sometimes maybe you want a job at a place, right? And because you are desperate about it, and then you are scared that maybe after your NSS you won't get work to do. I mean, let me talk about our colleagues. You want to be maintained at a place that you are doing your NSS. Then I don't know how to put it. People in higher positions, because of you, like you want to be kind, you become so kind, you become sober, you become empathy. They will use you. They will tell you that come and do this, and then you will do not like sending pace. I don't want to use the word, but the other way, be my girlfriend. Let me just use that. Be my girlfriend.
God forbid.
Do that.
Wow.
Just because
thank you for the words.
Like, they feel like when they bounce these big men, I don't want to say these people. When they bounce these people,
them, please.
I know.
Expose them.
Are you working where she's working?
Please.
Do you work with her?
It must be known.
Not expose anybody. After this show, she's not going home
I'm
with you.
here for the tea.
Please. My workplace, but I have friends like from other places talking about it to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes bosses want to like be their girlfriends because
I think that thing is everywhere.
Yes, it's everywhere. They want to be maintained. Me, I feel like you should. That's every day I talk about self-worth and self-value.
Yes, once you
know yourself.
Once you know yourself.
Once you have like this is my dream. This is what I want to achieve. Trust me, you can go there. You don't need anybody. You just have to be aware of yourself. You know what you want. Have you realized that if you like have passion for something and then you're able to do it and do it very well, like you're able to excel even with no amount of help or the least amount of help, you are
Yeah.
able
It'll
to
work
excel.
out.
And then because you're enjoying what you're doing.
What you are doing, and you are putting much effort. But like we misinterpret these things, and we get to like throw away what we have and forget about our self-worth and let people like control us in a way. Like, you know what you want. You don't need somebody to come and tell you that, be my girlfriend, come and do this, then you get this. Trust me, they will use your even.
Don't give it to
Don't
you.
give it to you.
Don't give it to you. Let me just tell you. Watch me.
that you are not
Watch me
capable.
in my eye. That thing that you are looking for, you will not find.
You won't
You will
find.
do it and they will not give it to you. If they ask who told you, say Joy, Amanya, who told you. They will not give it to you. I'm telling you.
Yes, they'll
Yo.
just use you. So one thing I
That's
always
true.
advise is that, what is your dream? What do you want to achieve? Focus on it. Put in much effort. Just know, like, sometimes the only problem we have in life is that we don't know what we want.
Yes.
But if you are actually able
Someone
to
who
know who
finds
you
out
are,
what you want,
what you want, sometimes it's hard. But it doesn't mean that when it's hard, you should just give up
Give
and
your-
then
yeah.
be like, it's when you give up and you watch,
Shortcuts.
like, there's no shortcuts to heaven. That's the word.
Shortcuts will cut you
You
short.
have to like push yourself. See, nowadays everybody, we want everything to be like on a silver platter, but it's not like that. Everything you have to
With
push
the
for it.
whole
Like, you have
this
to
thing.
work.
With the whole desperation thing, you can't. You have to let. You
Watch
have to
Joy defend
understand-
this.
You have to understand that you cannot reek of desperation. You might be desperate, but
don't
nobody
let it
has
show.
to know that
Yes.
you're desperate. Let everybody think that you have options. Walk like you have options. Talk like you have options. Act like you have options. Nobody will know. Nobody will find out. Because if right now somebody smells desperation on you, they will take advantage of you. Okay? Thank
And
you.
at the same time, be a soft C is very, very
Maybe the soft
important.
this one.
Something. So, you see relationships. You have to delve.
Why you sound like this? Why are you excited like this?
Joy, I was in a relationship, but you finished the question.
See relationships. You know some girls,
Yeah.
right? They claim soft guys is not their portion. What, like, why do some girls find
They've been
boys
conditioned like
are
that.
soft a
They've been
problem?
conditioned
'Cause
like that.
Some girls don't want guys
Yes,
who are
some,
soft.
Yes,
That's
there are some girls
conditioning.
that
They've been
find soft-
conditioned like that.
Soft boys unattractive and no go, not for me.
In the
Move on.
society that you find yourself, right? Your society plays like an important role. And I'm not talking about like the whole Ghana. I'm talking like your immediate surroundings, like your immediate society.
Environment.
The people you find in that society impact how you think to a certain extent, how you behave, how
Yeah.
you. So if a girl is saying that she doesn't like soft boys, where do you think it's coming from? Her father was not soft. Her brother was not. Her uncle, her grandfather, they were not soft. She doesn't understand
the
that
home.
concept. So you cannot. It's weird. She's not going to accept that. Do you understand? So that's one
Kamel, you
reason.
said like some girls don't like soft
I'm being real.
guys who are soft.
Guys who are soft.
This is where I talk about narcissists. Some people, hey,
Please continue.
the narcissists, they will love bomb you. You don't love bombing.
Yes.
They will make you feel like they love you. They will come and give you all the softies vibe and all those things. Then you fall in love. And then they will be giving.
It's speaking from experience.
So there's this guy. This guy I was dating.
Oh, tell us. Oh, TV.
I feel like this guy.
You're
I
not
feel like
serious, oh,
you see,
shit.
you see,
Look at what you invest your
see
time
one-
into.
one
Fight for
issue-
yourself. Don't fight.
Please, this is what I like. Yes, tell us.
You know one problem about girls? When you find someone like in the early stage, like talking stage, and the person is soft with you and all that, you just be like, oh, this is my future husband.
It's a lie.
So like, I feel like, oh,
Girl,
this
yeah,
guy.
if you talk right now, somebody bought food for Sally. You said she should accept the boy. Food. Okay?
No,
If
it's not
she,
about
ew,
food,
no,
Ew.
the way she
The
saying
person
God
bought
forbid.
food 3
Listen,
times.
It's not
3
food,
times.
though.
3 times.
3
3
times.
different meals.
See,
No, it's not food. If you're saying that somebody will feel like somebody used food.
no.
to get
You
you
see the way
right.
you're saying
I'm telling her
you can
to-
be soft and the girls will be like, oh, that's your husband. Kelvia will be some of those people. The way she said, God forbid.
No,
That's what I'm saying. Because someone will buy food for someone 3 times. She should marry the person.
Episode for coming at Kelvia. Let's just say this episode was called Coming at Kelvia. So that's not what we said it was.
You like this softy that we are talking about. Let's not drift from the topic. We are trying to say that softy and weakness.
Continue.
And this here lies the case where we are talking about softy as being kind, empathy, and resilience. And then to an extent, respect for people. That's how we are seeing this. And we are saying that to an extent, when you do this, people see it as weakness, but they don't see it in a positive way. That's what we are talking about. So there's this guy I met. Initially, he was good. He was kind to me. I mean, he was kind to, like, sometimes
Red flag.
when we go out, he's kind to me. And another red flag to me with guys is that when you're kind to me and we go out and you're not kind to other people, why should you
Biggest
be
red.
like that?
Let's wave the flag.
So this guy was being like kind to me, and then at a point I saw that I'm very sensitive, right? I pay attention to things, or like I pay attention to everything that's like, maybe especially when you are closer to me. I realized that this guy, when you do something and I'm talking, he's not changing. He doesn't change. Like, what he wants is what he would
does,
do.
yeah.
And he feel like it's right. I try to speak to him about it. I mean, maybe it might be right to you, but it's not going on well with me. So I expect that you behave as such. You don't just let it slide and then do whatever you want. And at the end of the day, and most girls, they think that, oh, if a guy is giving you the gifts and everything, you are okay. You don't care about your self-worth and self-value. See, I promise I can type paragraph. I can't give voice notes. This guy will come and read it.
She was typing paragraphs. She was typing paragraphs.
So, like, the okay, Kramanya. Sometimes you blue tick. Then the next morning, you come and text me, good morning, B. How are you doing? I'm like,
The audacity
the audacity
of this man.
You didn't see what I was talking about. So, like, he would totally ignore whatever I'm talking about and come back, good morning, babe. How are you doing?
Who's your babe?
Then I'll go again. I will type. So I thought maybe he was feeling lazy to read or something.
This is the tea. See, this is the tea I like.
So, like, I feel like maybe he's feeling lazy to read, or maybe sometimes my sentences, I don't construct them.
What do you mean by that?
He's making her even read things.
I'm shocked. Like, what do you mean you don't construct your sentences well?
Because he would read the thing and come.
No, honey.
So I decided to send voice notes. I sent voice notes.
You lost her. I thought like
that's me.
it.
So you see, that's me trying to be a softie and not adding boundaries to it, and forgetting about my self-value and self-worth.
Yes.
So, like, I try to give you the respect that you need. This is the relationship that we are having. So I continue talking. Hey, I was stressing myself out. So at a point, I discovered this thing about narcissists and how they behave. Like, I read more about it. I realized that this guy was love bombing me. Oh yeah, I just did something. I tried to play mind games on him, and then his response, I just realized that he's a certified narcissist. I don't have to even waste my time. See, I went to block him. I blocked the mother. I blocked the father. I blocked anybody. I blocked anybody that is related to this guy, and I held my peace. Hey, even though I cried for like 2 or 3 days, and then I held my peace.
Yes.
I said, I know my value. You cry, you're not worth me. Because I kept that in my mind. I said, no, this guy, the way he's treating me, there's someone out there that would just like love me for who I am. Just for who I am. I don't have to please someone. I don't have to be a softie. So me being a softie at that point, he saw it to be a weakness.
Yes. Sometimes it
and
doesn't
you
help.
go and just come and come and
stamp. What is the lessons?
Stand on your ground. Know who you are. Know your value. You are.
Clock it.
So, like, I left this guy for good, and I'm moving on. I just said, I don't want to do anything that is related to you. I don't even want to smell an iota of him that will give me memories. Hey, the blocking. I did it everywhere.
We thank God.
And
we thank God.
You know, later on, he rather saw my value, right? And he wanted to come back.
He will always come back for some reason.
Me. I'll block him.
Yeah.
When I just
ciao.
Yeah.
We thank God they are free from such this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Anyways, so find your self-worth as we were told. Don't let that boy fool you. Stand your ground. Thank you for joining this episode. Thank you for joining Talk Unfiltered. My name is Kelvia. I was joined with my lovely co-host, Joy Amanyako, and
And
our lovely guest,
blessing. Dairy.
Remember, you can find this podcast on Joy. Remember, you can find this podcast on Joy Prime, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Thank you. Bye.